viewers, welcome back to Swiss Live on 7 February 2020. With me, Nasywa Fairuz, as your news anchor, will lead you to see what happened on this week. On our first headline news today is about coronavirus. The coronavirus that plagued recently has shocked the world. The virus that first appeared in Wuhan, China, is spreading rapidly in 21 countries since its inception at the end of December 2019. There are more than 7,800 detected cases around the world. According to the latest information from World Health Organization on Thursday, the majority have occurred in mainland China. WHO finally announced a global emergency status for this coronavirus. Our reporter is already standby on China to take some report for us. Now we are connected to Laurensius.
Thank you, Nasywa. Good morning, viewers. I am live from Wuhan, China. Right now, I'm here with a local who is also a researcher. Ma'am, can you tell us what exactly coronavirus is and where did the virus came from?
Okay, coronavirus is a virus that can infect respiratory system. It can cause flu, and if severe, it can cause pneumonia. Coronavirus may come from wild animals that were sold on Huanan seafood market in downtown Wuhan. The coronavirus is a virus that often infects birds and mammals, but slowly evolved and spread to humans.
Oh, so coronavirus that can infect respiratory system. Okay, then how this virus can be transmitted?
China's health authorities say the new type of coronavirus, novel corona, can be transmitted through contact with the people that infected with this virus. Other than that, coronavirus can generally be spread through coughing and sneezing.
So we all know that this virus takes a lot of victims. So how many victims are infected and how many have died, Sandrina?
The Chinese National Health Commission noted that the death toll from the coronavirus outbreak reached 304 people. So far, there's been no report of death outside China. CNN reported the number of coronavirus spread increased to 14,380 cases. Meanwhile, more than 140 confirmed cases from 20 countries outside China.
When people are affected by the disease, there must be symptoms. So you can tell us what are the symptoms of this virus?
Yeah. Coronavirus infection can cause flu, such as headache, cough, and fever. Symptoms of severe respiratory infection, such as high fever, cold with phlegm, and even bleeding, shortness of breath, chest pain, and pneumonia.
Then, what the Chinese government will do in dealing with people that infected with this virus?
Okay, what the Chinese government do is isolating Wuhan and the other cities. And for the people that suspected of being infected with this virus will be quarantined for 14 days in the hospital. I also heard the news that China is now busy setting up many impromptu hospitals to handle the growing number of patients.
Okay, I believe that the Chinese government will do the best for their people. Last but not least, can you give us some tips on how to prevent this virus?
Until now, there's no vaccine to prevent the coronavirus. These are the best preventive to avoid the factors that can cause you to be infected with this virus. First, avoid traveling to China or other countries where coronavirus transmission has been found. Secondly, use a mask when you are outdoors, especially in public places. And the last, wash your hand regularly with soap and water or hand sanitizer.
Okay, thank you for your time and your information, ma'am. I hope you and your team as a researchers will find the cure for this virus immediately. That's all for the information from coronavirus. Back to the studio again with Nasywa virus.
And for the second news, we will provide you with some information about volcano that has erupted recently. Taal volcano. Taal volcano is a large caldera filled by Taal Lake on Luzon Island in the Philippines, and it's in province of Batangas. Taal is the second most active volcano in the Philippines with 35 recorded historical eruptions. all of which were concentrated on Volcano Island. Near the middle, the caldera was formed by prehistoric eruption. Viewed from the Tagaytay Ridge in Cavite, Taal Volcano and Lake present one of the most picturesque and attractive views in the Philippines. It is located about 50 kilometers south of the capital of country, the city of Manila. The main crater of Taal Volcano originally had main crater Lake Taal until the 2020 Taal volcano eruption evaporated the water in the crater lake. The volcano has several violent eruptions in the past, causing loss of life in the island and populated or surrounding the lake, with the death toll estimated about 6,000. Because of its proximity to populated areas and its eruptive history, the volcano was designed a decade volcano, worthy of close study to prevent future natural disaster. All volcanoes of the Philippines are part of the Pacific of Ring Fire. For more detailed information, we are joining our reporter on the Department of Social Welfare and Development DSWD office.
Good morning viewers, I am live from the Department of Social Welfare and Development or DSWD office in Philippines. The DSWD is the executive department of the Philippines government responsible for the national mitigation of disaster. The DSWD is currently busy because of recent Taal volcano eruption. They are monitoring and managing the volcano activity to know if there is immediate threat. I am here with one of the senior members of DSWD to ask about Taal volcano and volcanic eruption. Can you tell us what an eruption is?
Alright. A volcanic eruption occurs when hot materials from the Earth's interior are thrown out of a volcano. Lava, rocks, and dust and gas compounds are some of these materials. Eruptions can come from side branch or from the top of the volcano. Some eruptions are terrible explosions that throw out huge amounts of rock and volcano ash and can kill many people. Some are quiet outflows of hot lava.
Is Taal volcano
Here, Taal is dangerous and important. Taal volcano is a part of a chain of volcanoes along the western side of the edge of the island of Luzon, which were formed by the subductions of the Eurasian plate underneath the Philippine Mobile Belt. Therefore, Taal can provide nutrients to the surrounding soil. The measures from Taal volcano can also be used as drilling measures. Taal is tiny as volcanoes go when it has been gently deformed. It is very small but a dangerous volcano.
So what is about Taal that has got people so worried?
Taal is defined as a complex volcano. It doesn't have just one main fan or cone, but several eruption points that have changed over time. Taal volcano is a baby volcano sitting within a much bigger caldera volcano. Besides, Taal is the second. Taal is dangerous and important. Taal volcano is a part of a chain of volcanoes along the western side of the edge of the island of Luzon, which were formed by the Taal is dangerous and important. Taal volcano is a part of a chain of volcanoes along the western side of the edge of the island of Luzon, which were formed by the subductions. Taal is dangerous and important. Taal volcano is a part of a chain of volcanoes along the western side of the edge of the island of Luzon, which were formed by the subductions of the Eurasian plate underneath the Philippines Mobile Belt. Therefore, Taal can provide nutrients to the surrounding soil. The measures from the Taal volcano can also be used as building materials. Taal is many as volcanoes go, but it has been deadly deformed. It is very small but a dangerous volcano.
So what is about Taal that has got people so worried?
Taal is defined as a complex volcano. It doesn't have just one main fan or cone, but several eruption points that have changed over time. Taal is a baby volcano sitting within a much bigger caldera volcano. Besides, Taal is the second most active volcano in the Philippines. A lot of eruptions with huge numbers of casualties have happened.
What is the result of all volcano eruption?
At least 35 eruptions have been reported within the last few hundred years. The most recent was in 2020. The first eruption of which there is any record occurred in 1577. The Dead Flies eruptions occurred in 1911. Eruptions claim a record 1,100 lives and injured 199. Taal has a history of multiple eruption styles, so it creates threats on the ground in the form of lava and in the air through ash.
Given the fact that Taal volcano is dangerous, do Taal volcano possess big hope for human life?
Of course, there are threats to human life. Taal can erupt at any moment. It can demolish anything within its blast range, humans or objects. There are more than 450,000 tadi.
Given the fact that Taal volcano is dangerous, do Taal volcano possess big hope for human life?
Of course, there are threats to human life. Taal can erupt at any moment. It can demolish anything within its blast range, humans or objects. There are more than 450,000 people are estimated to live within the newly designated 14-kilometer danger zone. Despite the danger posed by volcanoes, many choose to live near them for various reasons. One of them being the fertile volcanic soil that can be found in these parts. For that, I suggest that people should not have permanent settlement on the volcano island.
Thank you for your explanation about this matter, please. So that's all we have learned about Taal volcano. It is dangerous to live in the area of Taal volcano, especially when the Taal volcano is erupting. We hope that the knowledge can be used in everyday life so we can benefit from the volcano without being afraid. We're going to back studio again.
For the last session of today's Science Live Edition, we will bring you to a news about structure fire. The Clark County Fire Department responded Monday night to a 2 all-around structure fire at the Southeast apartment complex. Reports of the fire came in just after 8 p.m. from the Queen apartment located on Mountain Vista Street just north of Russell Road. One of the buildings was on fire, and crews on arrival saw heavy flames from the gable fence below the attic. Firefighters began suppressing the flame and began evacuating the building. Personnel suppressed the fire in an apartment and began searching for extension in the attic car. They found smoke but no fire. A fire wall in the attic space worked to stop smoke from extending through the space. At around 8 and past 25 p.m., suppression crews reported that the primary flames were all clear and there were no injuries from the incident. Personnel remained on the scene to conduct overhaul operation. NV Energy responded to secure the power in the building. It is unclear how many people will need assistance from the American Red Cross. Crews are still investigating to determine the cause and origin of the fire. Therefore, our reporter will give you some tips to prevent structure fire.
Okay, good morning viewers. Here, I want to share 5 top tips and common sense to prevent fire structure. Number 1. Never leave a little candle unattended. Make sure that it is in a proper holder and away from any material which might catch fire. Number 2. When cooking, never leave a pan unattended, especially of cooking with oil. Clean pans and grill regularly to avoid grease or fat from catching fire if overheated. Number 3. Turn off your grill often or half when you have finished cooking, and make sure there are no hazards, such as the towel leaf near hot surface. Number 4. Never overload plug sockets or extension cables, and do not run cables under carpet or rugs, as this causes them to overheat. Number 5. Check electrical appliances regularly to make sure that cables are not split or broken, and there are no signs of burns or heat damage. Number 6. Unplug electrical items, especially phone or portable device chargers when not in use, except those which are designed to fire, such as fridge or freezer. Number 7. If an electrical appliance, such as kettle, toaster, iron, or microwave, stop working properly, unplug it and stop using it. It could easily overheat or give you a shock. Number 8. When using a tumble dryer, clean the lint filter regularly and never leave it running when you are not at home. Viewers, those are some tips and common sense to prepare fire structure. I hope the information I provide can be useful. Back to the studio with Nasywa Fairuz.
Viewers, that's all the news for this morning edition of Swiss Life. You can also watch the rebroadcast at our website on www.swisslife.com. Thank you for watching. We will be back again later this afternoon. I am Nasywa Fairuz, so stay tuned on Channel 1.